In a political environment where the opposition has been completely decimated, 72-year-old Sonia Gandhi has picked up the mantle of Congress chief once again. It's supposed to be an interim arrangement till internal elections throw up a new leader. But this new leader is proving tough to find so far. India's oldest party and even today largest opposition party has been effectively headless since the last 3 months at least. In the interim, the party has lost several leaders, more are on their way out, and has been blindsided on big national issues. So can Sonia save the day once again for the Congress party?
Sonia Gandhi is the new Congress president.
Sonia Gandhi is back at the helm of the Congress after the grand old party avoided taking any risk with its leadership and passed on the mantle to a Gandhi yet again this weekend. The move comes after Rahul Gandhi declined to take back his resignation. Senior leaders like P. Chidambaram, Ghulam Nabi Azad and Ahmed Patel proposed the name of Sonia Gandhi and she accepted the position. The decision has stumped the new guard of the party and political observers alike, as Rahul Gandhi had hinted at a non-Gandhi taking over from him. The comeback of Sonia Gandhi may help the party plug the series of defections. Sonia can also help in reaching out to the opposition parties, but all this will come at a huge cost. Is the Congress grappling with a leadership vacuum? Will it become difficult for the grand old party to project itself as an alternative to the BJP? Can the Congress unite the opposition under a Gandhi yet again? Can Congress leaders not think beyond the Gandhi family? What does it mean for the future of India's oldest political party? And is this advantage BJP?
Well, can Sonia save the Congress again? Sanjeev Srivastava is joining me in this discussion, Tejas Mehta and Amitabh Tiwari. Welcome to all of you. Sanjeev, let me begin with your thoughts on what we're seeing. On the face of it, of course, the Congress has faced a lot of flack from people saying that, oh, you finally had to go back to a Gandhi. But who else could have come to the fore right now? Is this the right choice to at least make sure that the party doesn't completely disappear?
So if I have to use a cliche, that this is the best that the Congress could frankly have done in these circumstances, and but their best is not at all inspiring and good. So, but the truth is this: what could they have done? There are a number of practical problems with the Congress party faces. They really have to find a leader. More than a leader, they need to find a narrative with which to combat the BJP. So there is neither a leader nor a narrative, and so they have fallen back to somebody who gave up the post 2 years back for her son. Now the son has resigned, but because the party would have really got into deeper trouble if there was a non-Gandhi at this stage, because the senior leaders, the younger Turks, nobody seemed to agree on anybody's name. So it was willy-nilly left to Sonia Gandhi to once again step in and save the party on party leaders' request. So I think the best case scenario now will be that the next round of state elections will be fought under Sonia's stewardship. Nobody really expects, not even Congress people expect them to do anything worthwhile in these round of elections in Jharkhand, Haryana, Maharashtra, etc. So that they will lose, but Sonia Gandhi will not be blamed, we all know, because these are the circumstances in which the Congress finds itself in. The crucial thing will be how long will this interim arrangement be, and at the end of the interim arrangement, will we have Priyanka Gandhi taking over as the party chief? And if that happens, who will contest against her for form's sake or for real? But I think that in the end would be a fairly, under the circumstances, again the best choice for the Congress party. So the script is there.
Okay.
We really don't know how much it will benefit the Congress party.
So Sanjeev,
but the script is there. Now Sonia, next year most probably
Sanjeev
Priyanka.
Srivastava was not even entertaining this mirage of some non-Gandhi young leader coming and resurrecting and changing the politics. Amitabh, where do you stand on this? Do you think it's all working to a script?
Yeah, I agree with Sanjeev ji on this, because Rahul Gandhi, when he had resigned, he had clearly said that there should be no Gandhi family in the new arrangement. But after 2.5, 3 months, we've come back to Sonia Gandhi. Sonia Gandhi had passed on the baton to Rahul. Now Rahul has again passed back the baton to Sonia Gandhi. See, this is running as per a script because there is no definite timeline for when the elections will be held. So this will continue at least till the Delhi state elections, so at least till the next 6 months, where the party is not expected to do well anyways. And then maybe nearer to the UP elections, which is in 2021, or maybe before it, the baton could well be passed on to Priyanka, because the party seems to have come to a conclusion that it cannot survive without a Gandhi clan at the helm of the affairs. See, because party today is the Gandhi family and the CWC. The CWC is full of people who are well past their prime, and they are the people who have advised probably Sonia, or that she should continue or she should become the interim president, and what time, because see, any new person comes in, then like, there could be sweeping changes.
Yeah, but it's not
and they could lose.
It's not like those leaders who are outside the CWC have been just going along quietly with whatever is happening. And let me come to Tejas on this point. For example, the question of abrogation of Article 370. You had many different voices, time and again, on various issues, especially to do with nationalism, where the Congress finds itself lost, blindsided, in a dead end. You have some leaders who are trying to distinguish themselves from the old guard or whatever is left of the Congress. Do you think that this lot is going to sit quietly now while Sonia tries to steady the ship?
Well, first of all, I do believe this is the Tina factor. There was no other alternative, not no other alternative because there are no other capable leaders. It is simply because, they just don't want to find anybody. They just see that the glue is the Gandhi Parivar. Now, many of us were of the belief that this is, in a sense, sycophancy. This is, almost abnormal behavior. But I would like to see at this point, from their point of view, if they really all of them unanimously in one uniform voice or are you repeatedly saying that we want either one of the Gandhis, then what can one really do? I think it's left up to them as to what the leadership really their choice is. But what will this bring about to the Congress party? I think it's only brought in, they brought in at this point of time to save the party like she was brought in 20 years ago. And the idea is to ensure that more people are not making a beeline towards the BJP, the Shiv Sena, any other a political party from the other side. The idea would have been ideally to get somebody younger who can rejuvenate and revive the party. If they can't rejuvenate the party, I think it's just going to, this interim game is going to play on endlessly, because these leaders will then go back to Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi. It will go in the round robin fashion, almost like a relay race where on the track there are only 3 players and the baton keeps getting passed on until, of course, Sonia Gandhi is 72. She's not in good health. So then the baton will pass between 2 players. Is that what's really going to happen? So I think this was a great opportunity for the Congress party to get somebody younger, get some josh into the party, where they can have some cohesive narrative, where younger leaders are brought up. I think none of this has happened over the past 20 years, where a younger leadership can be given the baton in different parts of the country, barring perhaps Amrinder Singh. So I honestly think this is only
young leadership, but
the whole idea is just to ensure that more leaders don't leave.
Amrinder Singh, again, not really young leadership, but trying to distinguish himself from the rest of the Congress party
I'm just saying
in every single
at least
way.
a local leader.
He's trying to make sure that his politics is distinct from what the rest of the party is doing. I want to come to just to look at Sonia's first and very successful stint at the head of the Congress party, and which is why, Sanjeev, today we're asking whether she will save the party again or revive the party again, because she has scripted its first revival of sorts. It's very different set of circumstances now, with the BJP looking stronger than it ever has. no sign of, any kind of chink and weakness there. But knowing what you know of her leadership style and where her politics leans, what do you think is the way forward that she could be looking at?
No, you cannot compare 1998 with 2019.
Yeah.
It was a different ball game altogether then. Then you were combating fairly united opposition. She had cobbled together a good opposition alliance. You were faced with an NDA which was genuinely another coalition. Advani and Vajpayee, for all their greatness, are really, in terms of politics and setting the agenda, they were no match for the Modi-Amit Shah combination, and the entire narrative has changed. See, today it's much more muscular nationalism, a stronger leader, desire for a stronger leader, a strong government, a muscular India. All that is the narrative where Congress finds itself on all of those issues, or Muslim bashing, whatever you say, on triple talaq to Article 370. The Congress may be politically correct, they may be holding on to their progressive ideology, but in terms of election politics, all these issues are, they are really on the losing side of the debate. So that's a problem which the Congress today really faces. They can't go more muscular, more nationalist, more right of the center than the BJP at all, because that way they will lose whatever credibility and chances they have.
Yeah.
But anything else is not acceptable to a large part of the electorate right now. So really there are just two hopes for the Congress party, actually just one, because Modi, Amit Shah are there for keeps.
Yeah.
It's only if the government is unable to do something positive, remarkable, dramatic and drastic on the economic front. If the government fails on that front, then the Congress or any other opposition party has a chance. Otherwise, they can kiss away the 2024 election also. I know it's a long far away.
No, it's a long shot. It's a long shot and an interesting angle.
How the dice is loaded
I want to get everyone's views on
That's how the
this.
stakes are playing out right now.
Yeah, Sanjeev, it's a long shot and it's an interesting angle. You're saying, if I'm to paraphrase you, the chink in the armor right now is on the economy. But what are the great credentials that the Congress is bringing to the table? Tejas, you want to come in on that? Because, they'll keep saying that, look, Dr. Manmohan Singh, etc. Yeah.
Sorry, just one sentence.
Yeah.
The Congress party has to do nothing on the economy. The government has to perform and deliver.
But that was the plan in the first 5 years.
The benefit of the government's failure on economy.
That was the plan in the first 5 years. Let's sit back and hope something happens.
No, first 5 years they were actually trying to play the progressive, secular,
yeah.
antithesis to BJP card, which didn't work at all.
Tejas, it's an interesting dilemma. Does the Congress try to become more like the BJP, or does it reinforce what it stands for once it has everyone on board? Because a lot of its individual leaders also don't want to be associated with what the Congress has so far stood for. It doesn't work electorally.
Well, they could find slowly a new electorate, because let's it's a fact that many of those who have voted for the Congress are now voting for the BJP because they don't see that leadership, they don't see the narrative they want to see, and they are opting for the BJP because perhaps they don't have a better alternative. So I would really think that on what Sanjeev was saying, that they can hope and pray that and target the government on the economy, and that would be one of the ways to revive the party. I really don't think so, because elections, when it comes to elections, there is nobody who can beat Narendra Modi or Amit Shah on that. And even if we have seen that the government has not really done so well in the previous term, but still they came back with a thumping majority, even better than last time. So what guarantee is there that bad economics always turns out to be bad politics? It's always said to be that bad economics sometimes also happens, it becomes good politics. So I really think they'll have to find, first of all, some sort of narrative where that the whole party comes together. Today on 370 they're talking all separately, like in individual voices. On triple talaq, many of them spoke in individual voices. That whatever discipline is there in the BJP, one must appreciate that they speak in one voice. Whether right or wrong is another matter, but they speak in one voice largely. Now that one could argue that there is no inter-party democracy, that's another matter. But when there is when everybody speaks in one voice as the leader does, it looks like this
But
is
there
a
is
team.
no
And
leader.
a team that
No.
respects the leader.
Yeah, but there's
I
no-
would
there's no
really,
leader.
you
No
know,
one
be
knows
looking-
what the stand
yes,
is.
just last 2 points. I would be really looking. Yeah, just last point. I would really be looking, first of all, the Congress party, you know, putting in positions of, you know, power currently in the opposition, the leader of the opposition, people who are, you know, who are fit for the job, not somebody like Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary who has a foot in the mouth disease
Yeah.
and says whatever he feels like, he apologizes and gets away with it. I mean, they need people who are young. They need people who can do the talking to the media, who can challenge the BJP. Currently, it is just a fight for survival. That's my opinion.
Okay, you know, another part where, you know, we're looking at, Sonia has a task cut out for her, Amitabh. We've spoken about how she needs to redefine what the Congress stands for, make sure other leaders are on board, because really right now it's a question of survival for every individual leader. They don't want to get swept, you know, away and finish their careers in this whole anti-Congress atmosphere politically, but also tying up with other opposition parties. There are already very preliminary source-based reports about, you know, Sonia wanting to reach out to Mamata Banerjee, something which they completely messed up with Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary. At least the prospects of Mamata and Sonia and the Congress and TMC working together. So do you think this is where she will play to her strengths, bringing in opposition parties together?
Yeah, I mean, that is her strength. Rahul's weakness was one of the most important or significant weaknesses of Rahul was this, that he was not able to get on board the other opposition leaders, probably because most of the regional leaders thought that Rahul was too junior and arrogant. So Sonia's first of all job will be to prevent the defections from the party, bring some order in the party, as you said, and then try to build on an opposition and try to speak to other regional leaders to build a cohesive alliance against the BJP. See, though she is an interim president, if she still Congress has not done any introspection for the loss. So 2.5 months they have lost only in deciding a Congress president, and they have not yet done sweeping changes in the organizational structure. So even if Sonia Gandhi is the president, see, the root cause of the problem of the Congress is the CWC, because it has leaders who are well past their prime and who do not have ears on the ground. Half of the leaders are ex or formers, and only 13 of them are MPs, and only 3 are Lok Sabha MPs. So even the Rajya Sabha MPs are not able to do their job in the Rajya Sabha, which is talking about the party positions and on the important policy decisions. So Maharashtra, there is an alliance already sealed, which is going on well. Jharkhand, there is a big Mahagathbandhan which failed. So now whether Congress and JMM will go together or separate like last time is the key question. And in Haryana, there is not much scope for alliance anyways.
Yeah, I mean, there's news of,
the key alliance
Hooda,
question will
etc.
come
jumping.
in Delhi, where the elections are in February,
Okay.
and there is a contentious issue of AAP and Congress alliance with
No, but
Sheila
even
Dikshit no
not
more
just
there.
in state elections, even
there,
in
there
even,
could not
yeah.
there could be lesser opposition to that alliance.
Yeah, even on the floor of the House. I mean, in the session, we saw the opposition just, you know, falling like 9 pins. There was, I don't even know if there was an attempt for any kind of a coherent, you know, bringing together of opposition parties. Tejas wanted to come in. Yes, Tejas.
Yeah, I do believe that one responsibility Sonia Gandhi would have is, because she is the interim president for all that, whatever that means, she would have to create an atmosphere and make that restructuring for a transition to take place after her, because certainly it's going to be somebody else, and the old guard, the CWC, the overhauls that need to be done within the Congress party, I think that is the starting place for her, even before she looks at alliances, because remember every other political party is looking at them and wondering as to, you know, when will they collapse. So unless and until they rebuild and relay the foundation of the next presidency after Sonia Gandhi, I don't think any other political party is going to look at them and say, well, this could be our ally in the next elections. I think fundamental changes have to be made, Maybe Rahul Gandhi will come back, maybe somebody else will, but a younger guard, a mix of young, old, but certainly those above 75, 80, nearing 90, they have to give way so that, fresh blood comes in, new thoughts come in, and they could have a Mark Dashak Mandal like the BJP or whatever, respectable position you want to give. But yeah, the handing over of the baton has to happen not just between two presidents of the same, coming from the same family, but of the entire, political structure within the party itself. That must happen. Only then will allies look at them as potential friends and possibility of forming governments. Otherwise, they'll be always wondering that their days are totally numbered.
Sanjeev, what is your last comment actually, because I've almost run out of time, on the young guard and whether they will stick around to see this big transition happening, because they have a longer shelf life ahead of them, and maybe they don't want to waste their prime in the kind of dump that the Congress has currently become, and it could change. Anything can happen in politics, but I'm talking about the current situation.
The young guard, there's so much being talked about. Just now Tejas was saying about the CWC, how many are past their prime, and I completely agree with him. But look at the young guard across central, western, northern India. None of the young guard could even win their own seat. How can they lead the Congress party? So the issue is not of this leader, leader A or leader B or leader C. The Congress has lost the plot, and they have lost the plot fully realizing they are losing the plot. But what can they do? Our politics has become such a binary. It has become so black and white. There is no space left for nuanced positions. So you either support government fully on Article 370 abrogation, on triple talaq, on a tougher anti-terror law, or you are not. You suddenly lose the fancy of a large section of electorate. That's what the real politics has come down to. So what does the Congress party do except waiting for Modi to trip over? And Modi is the last candidate to trip over in a hurry. That's why I'll come back to my main point. The only thing is economy. If the economy does not deliver, if joblessness increases, if things really go out of hand, that's the Congress party's only hope. But for the sake of the country, at least I don't want that to happen.
Exactly.
I want the government to somehow revive the economy.
Absolutely.
And therein lies the biggest crisis for the Congress
Amitabh, you wanted to quickly
have,
make a point on this before I close.
It's very easy to pontificate.
I'm
but
almost running out of time.
There's nothing the Congress party can do right now except wait.
Okay, quick point, Amitabh.
See, they have lost the plot. They have lost the plot, but they are not doing anything to regain that plot. They are just waiting for hope, and hope that BJP, through its own errors, will score self-goals and fall, and it being the default number 2 party will come back into power. But that could be too late, because you can get into a situation of the 1950s to 1990, late 90s, where it was Congress versus regional party. So the voter of Congress might shift to regional parties in the respective states if it feels that they are in a better position to defeat BJP. So that's the big risk there.
And in fact, what changed it for the Congress in the late 90s was Sonia Gandhi. She is back again with the party, hoping that she can pull off another resurrection. We'll have to wait and see whether there's a plan which is a better one than waiting for the BJP to trip up. I want to thank all of you for joining us on the show this evening. But before we go, we want to leave you with this amazing footage which has surfaced online. And some of you have probably seen it already. But just to reiterate the bravery of this elderly couple from Tamil Nadu. So they successfully chased away intruders carrying weapons with plastic chairs and slippers. The intruder tried to get into their house and choke up the gentleman who's 70 with a cloth. His wife enters the scene and they throw whatever they can and fight back. What an amazing tale of courage. Really, hats off to these guys, and intruders should beware. Well, always great to leave the show on a happy note where the good guys win. We bid you adieu. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you back right here tomorrow. Thank you for watching.